Welcome back, Weekend Trucking, another episode. And if you haven't liked, subscribed, shared, do all that YouTube stuff right now before we dive into something new about this trip. And when I say new, I mean something exciting, definitely a risk, but a new endeavor that stems from kind of stepping into this weekend trucking business as an RV transporter, as a professional driver. So, yeah, this trip, we're gonna go pick up a camper and we're gonna take it to someplace in Missouri. I don't remember if it's Clinton, Missouri, somewhere in Missouri. We're taking it there for a reason. So stay tuned, and you're going to see why we're headed to Missouri, which is going to shed some light on this new endeavor. So here we go. Okay, so we got the camper, we're hooked up, and we are out of here. Okay, I am calling it a night, and the next time that you'll see me, I will be in Iowa. We have a home renovation add-on project. I'll show you some of that probably should have been done like a year ago, like all guys with projects. Yeah, we put them off. But I have an HVAC guy coming tomorrow, and then a foam insulation guy coming on Monday. So we'll be dropping the unit off Tuesday, and yeah, I'll let you guys see some of that project. So, all right, stay tuned. Here's the add-on. So I didn't get any of the work that Malia and I were doing pre-foam insulation, and the duct work, you can't really see. We don't have any of the register covers or anything yet. But when I didn't get any of that on film, just the aftermath of too much money spent on spray foam, some duct work, and then now we are ready to finalize all the electrical work and sheetrock, do some basic cheaper insulation there. But that's it, yeah. So welcome into the add-on. It will be a part of our house where there once was a window that will be turned into a entryway, into an office, a bedroom, a pretty big closet, a bathroom over there, and then a closet over here for storage. But yeah, that's it. All right, guys, see ya. Okay, so we are at a dealership in Clinton, Missouri, waiting to drop off. Got here right when they opened up. Actually drove down, stayed the night in a Walmart shopping area complex, and then just headed over here about 10 minutes before they open. However, the owner, or the main contact point for who does the check-ins, who you're supposed to call or text on, like according to the BOL on this one, pulls up and he's like, "Oh, you might as well take that back. Roof vent, back vent's open." I was like, what the hell was this guy talking about? Pulls up, goes in. I had texted him earlier, just, hey, any place in particular you want me to park it? Hopefully there's no backing up involved. I go in, and he's just got this dickish demeanor to him. "Yeah, just set the packet down over there. I'll get to you. Just go wait in your truck, and I'll get to you. It'll be a little while." Okay, never deliver
to this place in Clinton, Missouri. Noted. It'll be marked in my spreadsheet. But we'll see. So he's like, oh, yeah, you might as well take it back. You had the keys to it. You should have closed it. I didn't know it was open. I wasn't 20 feet away from it looking around. I make sure there's no imperfections and no issues on the actual unit. But, and I don't go in the camper. But I'm not taking this thing back because, as I've mentioned already, the only reason I took a Missouri trip was to end up in Missouri to pick up something to embark on a new endeavor with the old truck. So if he doesn't accept it, that's fine. This thing's going to sit here until somebody else picks it up off the load board. I'm not quite sure how that works. Text my dispatch guy. I don't know if he's already on vacation or not for the holiday, for Thanksgiving. But, yeah, we'll see how this goes and how long it makes me wait. Okay, so he came out. Was in a better mood. And then just made it be known that he was upset with the manufacturers for how fast they slap these things together and get them out. Got it dropped off, headed to Lebanon, Missouri to pick something up. But to that, I still ended up waiting 45 to 55 minutes. And there was nothing going on. Again, I had specified, he had specified via text, hey, between 8 and 5 for drop-offs. So still not a dealership I would personally go back to. He kind of seems like he could be a fun old man, dry sense of humor type of guy, like somebody I would get along well with, but I'm not going to wait close to an hour because you're upset with something that's out of my control and your control. Let's just face the problem, you know. Anyways, on we go. Okay, are you ready for the big reveal? Here it is. The new business endeavor. A 7 by 14 by 4 foot walls Texas Pride. So that's right. I am going to get into the dumpster rental business. And then there's other potential revenues that you can kind of go through or climb down in terms of having a dumpster and getting into junk removal, stuff like that. But yeah, so you have a truck. It's registered 26,000 pounds. And if you're not driving all the time and there's not somebody capitalizing on this niche in your area, it may make sense to do something like this. Obviously, there's leaner ways that you could go other than buying a brand new trailer. This was right around $8,000 for it. So definitely a lot leaner ways to go about this. I'll hop in here. It's kind of windy. But if you're someone that kind of has that entrepreneurial itch, this is something that can be as simple and low key, so to speak, as just a one-man show and another way to bring in more revenue. There's other loopholes that you have to jump through in terms of you do have to get, at least in Iowa, You have to get your interstate authority. You got to get your US DOT number, commercial insurance for what you're doing. But I was actually really shocked at how cheap all these things have been so far. Most expensive item out of like all the startup things, insurance, if I'm going to pay for the year, I'll save like $150. Like 500 and something is what it would be for the annual fee. But other than that, everything's been pretty minimal in terms of startup costs, other than what option you would go with in terms of the dumpster trailer or the trailer. Again, let's dive into why this even stemmed as an idea. So the high mileage helper had mentioned it, that he was going to buy one. That really wasn't any deciding factor. I was like, oh, okay, cool. But as I'm listening to YouTube videos just on the RV transport side of things, as I'm on long hauls, or, you know, as I'm waiting my 10 hours and I'm not sleeping, I ended up stumbling upon one or two guys that just talked about dumpster rentals, and then some guys that started talking about junk removal and dumpster rentals. And I happened to be taking some junk from our house as you were able to see some of the AddOn. I had to get rid of some materials, and then just some random stuff in our basement. So I took it to the landfill. You know, I've used the trailer that I have at the gym when we're doing construction work at the gym and whatnot, and going back and forth to the landfill. It was just the timing of which those videos started kind of populating in my suggested videos, and being at the landfill, I started to look into my area, and, you know, like, is anybody doing this around here? You start looking, and it's just your really big companies, your waste management. We have a company that does all of our trash, called Gym Sanitation. They're in a neighboring town. They come over. They have the city contract for just the waste management, trash pickup stuff. But so if you were going to rent a dumpster from either of them, it's a drop-off or a roll-off dumpster, and you're looking at, on the cheap side, $400 plus all dump fees. So you're going to be around the $500 mark. And then on the high end, which again, there are really just two, you're looking at, what was it, $619 for it. Both of them were for a week to 10 days. I called around, and, you know, they were both like, hey, we're busy. In Des Moines, a larger city, there's smaller roll-off dumpster companies and that are, you know, servicing on a smaller level. There was nothing that offered what I've been watching on YouTube in terms of, you know, the business that is out there to be had. So here comes a new endeavor. So when I'm not on the road and I have time, then it's an interesting way of backing up. This guy is going about. And I have time. Starting off, I'm just doing the dumpster rental. So it's, you know, hey, you can do a 1 day, 3 day, or a 7 day. And with that, I drop it, you load it, I dump it. Hands-free, so to speak. There will be issues, yes. And we'll see how it goes from there. So as far as operational expenses, really minimal. So I have a 2-year, we'll say, private loan from a friend slash investor for this, and that'll be a monthly payment of somewhere in the ballpark of $300. So we got $300. My insurance I'm going to pay for the year, but we could break that down. That's going to be less than $50. And then I am going to be using a software that allows me to capture payments, kind of a similar software to what I use at our gym. I use MindBody, but it's kind of an all-in-one software. I'm going to use the software. I'm paying $109 a month on that. So I got $400 to $500 a month is what my expenses are right now on it. Obviously, fuel will be a variable one, but one of the great things about this is that as still doing RV transport, I'm still getting those fuel discounts, and so, still have the auxiliary tank, so I will be saving more money on fuel because of the discounts I'll be able to get. But again, just a new endeavor. I like to grow things in my mind, make them come to fruition, and see how it plays out. And, at the end of all this, if it doesn't work out, I'll have made some money hauling a dumpster trailer, and then I'll sell the trailer. So it's a low risk in terms of a potential high reward to see if it's a niche that could be filled in my area. So that's it. Stay tuned. I will have more information on how you could supplement your RV transport income with something simple that's local, that's helping and serving your community, your area. And maybe it's the start of something that allows you to walk away and just truly be your own boss, running your own company. You could say that's true with RV transport, but you're a contractor. You get to choose when you pick up the work and whatnot. So stay tuned. There will be more to come. If you haven't, like, subscribe, share, comment. I'll get back to all your comments. Even get back to Matt's comments. So he is the local expert, and he'll probably have a few things to say about this endeavor. All right, guys. Until the next one, I will see you then.